internet's favorite couple, or some least favorite couple, broke up over these last couple of days. A lot of takeaways and think pieces have been going on Twitter, and we will go ahead and cover them all today. Starting with this one right here from Aman, the icon. She says DDG is too talkative. That's a real liability to a woman like Halle. I haven't seen her speak out about the split publicly yet, but I've heard like 5 different interviews from this dude in the last 3 days. Too chatty, too catty. So this
You thought she ate, right?
So this is a take that has 3 million views, 111K likes, 13K retweets, and then so that's one side of the angle, is that DDG is just not good for Halle. The other side is that Halle is not good for DDG. So this is DDG actually speaking on relationships on his own podcast. And this is what he had to say.
And if I can tell myself something at age 22, I would tell myself not to get in a relationship, because it's damn near like having a part-time job, bro. Yeah. You really have to apply a lot of time and effort. Like, you might be doing videos all day and your girl get an attitude when you're doing your last video, like, nigga, when you gonna take me out to eat? Yeah. When you gonna take me to the movies? When we gonna go on a date? And then it causes relationship problems in your real life that can affect your content. You might get mad, get in an argument. You might not want to film the next day. You might not want to stream the next day. You might not want to go to the studio the next day, whatever. Like, so I would tell myself, if I was 22, I would say, bro, just grind it out. Let a relationship happen. Yeah. But only happen when you feel comfortable in yourself as a man. Like, I feel like you shouldn't get in a relationship until you feel like a nigga can't DM your girl and take your girl. Like, if you feel like it's a nigga out there that's more lit than you, more like stable than you, that can take your girl, then you ain't working hard enough. Yeah.
He was cooking it to that point.
Yeah, he was cooking it till then.
What the fuck?
I just want
I
to
didn't hear that without the background music. If it would have hit the same without the background music.
He said the first 3 seconds of the clip, he said, if I was 22. He didn't get with Halle Bailey when he was 22.
When was that?
He got with her at 24. So he got his bread.
Oh, my
right?
bad, my bad. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Hey. So people, if anything, like, he had that run before he got with her. And now, like, with that streaming era of COVID, and then he got with her.
Now, and I will say this, because I get what he's saying. Maybe not the whole relationship thing. If there's a good relationship for you, get into it. Somebody did say in the chat, DDG's been in a relationship pretty much the whole time he's been famous, right?
Yeah.
From what I remember, yeah.
There's always like a girl in the video, from my understanding.
Essence, Kennedy, Halle, and
Ruby.
Nothing.
Ruby.
But I don't think Ruby wasn't like content facing though.
But what it doesn't matter if it was content facing. He's talking about the concept of it, like deterring you from doing your daily duties and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Right? Like, if you got to grind or whatever the case may be. He has had a girlfriend this whole time. I'm confused as to why he never took that advice for himself. Because at any point in time, like, you can get into a relationship. Cool, you made a mistake. You stop, the relationship ends. Don't get into another one.
Maybe it's a case of he never took those previous relationships serious though, up until Halle. Like, all of that shit was just for content.
Well, yeah, he fucking had a baby. And I'm not saying that to say that to you, but if you felt that way, fuck the relationship. Don't have a baby.
You got enough money to get rid of it too, so that wasn't an excuse.
Oh,
yo, from the concession stand.
But he's not wrong. But I understand what you're saying. You're not wrong though.
It was a hell of a way to frame it, but shit.
But
it's a fact.
But I do agree though, because like, if I could go back, I wouldn't, like, besides my girlfriend now, I wouldn't have dated none of, from content creation back at Vine, I wouldn't have dated none of those. If I could go back, that would be my number one advice to myself too.
Is don't date?
Don't date.
I feel like dating kind of helps you develop though.
Personally. I mean, I do too. I agree with that too. Like, I don't know if it would have been better, but I know, like, my trajectory was stunted. That was the number one thing that stunted it.
Because a lot of decisions had to be a we type thing.
Yeah, it had to be a negotiation between my business, which was content in my relationship. Where some people, they respect regular jobs. Like most dudes, girls not blowing them up if they're working at Macy's.
This is true. No. What he's saying is true.
Yeah.
What he's saying is true. There's too many times where my girlfriend has asked me to just take the pod off, just take the night off the pod or whatever the case may be.
And she would never do that for another job.
But that would never even be an ask from your regular job.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, that's why I agree with DDG's point. Like it is a valid point to be had. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I guess, just know that that's gonna affect your business, specifically as a content creator, because I think he's definitely speaking from a content creator lens. And if you are willing to live with the results and not cap yourself out because, you know, love is more important to you, I don't think that's a bad thing either. But yeah, if your goal is to maximize your potential as a creator, you know, go because whatchamacallit, Jason from FaZe actually did that recently with a relationship that he had. Like he was in a relationship with this girl and he broke up with her. He broke up with her before he went to like the FaZe house, and then once he went to the FaZe house, they're doing all this dating content. They're doing all of these different things. Well, obviously, if he was in a relationship, he wouldn't have been able to get that shit off. You know what I'm saying? So,
you know, well, because I disagree.
Because she understood the.
Thank you. She should have been able to understand it. But the problem, and it's about, you know, person to person or whatever. But this is where the separation that I don't understand from like content creator and celebrity, it kind of separates itself. It shouldn't happen. Usher in relationships, out of relationships. If he's on tour, it's this illusion that he's single, and he's still gonna perform as if he's single, right? He might go into the crowd. He might, there goes my babe. He might rub up on her, dance or whatever. And women do it too. Mm-hmm. But for whatever reason, why can't content creators get away with that same type of stuff?
The reason why content creators can't get away with it, because there's no delineation between what's real and what's fake. When Usher goes on stage, we know this is this. When an actor signs up to do a movie, this is this, right? In content creation, you blur those lines too much for somebody who's not in content creation, and even people who are in content creation to understand that. So that's why they don't. Go ahead, my bad.
I was just about to build on it, especially as a live streamer. Like you can't just fake a relationship knowing that like there's you have a real relationship doing all these dates and shit. Like it wouldn't be good content for the viewer. They're gonna be like, what the fuck is this? Like this fake ass fucking date going on. Like what is this?
I mean, what's the difference in like a kissing scene in a movie? Like we just got to do that occasionally. It's fake though. You see Kerry Washington and the dude she act with, they be acting like a couple.
Yeah.
In real life. Like when you see them on the carpet, it looks real. But everybody knows they have separate.
And let me ask you this. Do you think, Bezos, do you think like you think Agent or Senna or Connie and Max right now, do you think they are 100% single throughout any of that type of stuff?
100% single? No.
Somebody just gonna have to understand. Like I don't know. Let me ask you this, and this is the question that I really meant to ask earlier. This is the Tion too. I mean, we all men, so
Omar about to take all these answers straight to his girl. Go ahead.
No, I'm not. So can you now at your age, because Halle said the same thing, he would give his same self that advice when he was younger, like just don't get in a relationship. Would you give yourself that advice, like to your younger self? Don't get in a relationship early. Because I'm assuming all of us got into relationships early. Whether it was long term, short term, or whatever, all of us let women interfere at some point. Would you give your same younger self that same advice?
I'll be completely honest. At 22, for me, I would have told myself to marry the girl that I was with at the time.
Oh shit!
And that's just. I was being completely honest. Because
you feel like she's the one that got away type shit?
Is that girl married today?
Yeah, she is.
Wait.
Yeah. It sucks. Like that. It was a person that I was dealing with on the back end of college, and she supported and like 100. Like you know how some women say they support you, and then there's always like a little bit of you're still doing that. She truthfully like 130% 30,000% supported everything I did, right or wrong. Like if I was wrong, she like, Tiana, I don't know about that, but I mean, you can do it. If you mess up or if it doesn't work out, I'm still gonna be there no matter what. But if it does work out, hey, I'm still gonna be here regardless. So 22-year-old me, I would tell myself to marry that woman that I was dealing with, because ever since I haven't felt the feeling that I felt from her, at that time. I've had moments, like I've been in relationships. I was in a relationship with one person that I wanted to be with since I was in middle school, and it just didn't work out. But that just goes to show life is very interesting.
Bro, go break that home up, bro. Go break that home
I was
up.
gonna
I
ask.
tried.
Oh,
Try again, all right?
I tried.
Hey,
Motherfucker said, "You thought I didn't try? What?"
I tried twice.
I was gonna ask. Was she happily? Is she happily married?
Oh my!
he gonna start quoting Drake.
So
He's
To my
not a
knowledge,
man
to my knowledge, we're gonna just say yes. At the time when she first got married, no.
So if she got divorced today, and of course he give us some time or whatever the case may be. Oh,
Absolutely. You don't even have to finish the question.
Oh damn.
Damn,
Yeah.
that's real though. That's real.
No,
I mean,
but it's like there's always that one person. Well, for me at least, that one person. She literally like helped me. She helped me develop into the man I am today. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Oh my god. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Yo,
All right.
do you think
That's just facts.
the pedestal you have her on is preventing you from finding a different girl?
I'll be completely honest with this one too. I was dating a girl after her, and I was wrong, but I called her name because she said something that reminded me of her. I said, "You crazy," and she was like, "Would you just call me?" I said, "Oh, what?" And she was like, "No, you didn't." And she walked out.
Yo, listen.
And I was okay.
Chat, listen. Go comb through Facebook, Instagram, find a girl, send her the clip, bro. We're potting right now.
that's crazy.
Okay. To be so, would you agree with the same sentiments as Halle? Would you? And you engaged now, so you can answer this truthfully. Would you tell your younger self to? I think, and your situation is different because of the long distance too. That's why I really think like there's a huge separator. But would you tell your younger self that same advice of like just wait?
Assuming my younger self is not
Which that is
informed,
crazy.
assuming my younger self is not informed that is the effect, I will tell him that, yo, if you go down this path, yeah, you're probably going to be capped off. Because realistically speaking, if I didn't get in this relationship and I was just focused on content, I would be in Atlanta. Like I've been pretty transparent with Omar about that. But I made the list. Do the pros outweigh the cons? And I said, nah, man, love got it today. You see what I'm saying?
Well, I think because you ended up with the girl, though, right?
Yeah. But
And
she
was she-
didn't want to move though, so that was like a big thing.
Do you think? Do you consider yourself successful at content?
Yeah.
So I guess that's like the key indicator of that, right? I think the people I was with, I wasn't successful at content because of them. So if I could, like my position I'm in now, I'm able to be successful in content again. But also the other part of that question is, if I gave myself that advice, the other part I would say is the type of person you are and the type of girl you look for. If you do become successful, you'll probably never be able to find that girl. So it's also a catch-22. Do you want to try dating?
Why do you think that?
Because listen, when you are in the light to some people, the way people present themselves to you is just so different. They automatically think you're somebody if you have something. And I feel like it's easier for me to find who's for me if they don't have the preconceived notion that there's things I can take, right? That's why
I know for a fact if I was single and getting into a relationship today, I would have a much harder time based off of the type of content that I actually do. So like if I'm running around telling people, and let's just say like I'm a full-time content creator at that. If I tell people I got a podcast, y'all know it's preconceived notions about having a podcast. It's, as a man, it's preconceived notions about the type of podcast that you have, and they're off rip gonna think that I'm Kevin Samuels. My girlfriend told me I got with my girlfriend before I was doing content. It was just a little bit before content. Then I started doing stuff with AMP, and then I started making my own content. And even my own content, and then Let's Keep It a Buck was just like, it definitely was not serious. Like Let's Keep It a Buck wasn't serious at that point, and my own channel definitely was not serious. And then shit took off. And then even this year, my own channel took off, and to another extent again. And then also AMP, and in that same vein, AMP took off, and people started recognizing me. And so then people would come up to us and have conversations with us. My brother was getting popular off of playback and stuff like that. So even when we went out in a group setting, it got popular. And I asked her one time, I was like, would you, like, if this was my life now, how it was when we first met, would you have dated me? She 100%. She said, no, absolutely not. Not even close.
Damn.
She wouldn't even give me the opportunity to say, no, Let's Keep It a Buck as a sports podcast. Like she said she wouldn't do it.
Damn.
Not knowing you at all, it made sense. Not knowing you at all.
So?
You said, why did she say so?
Mm-hmm.
The preconceived notion as to what being a podcaster meant, and then like Biso said, not knowing, like it would just, I wouldn't, based off of these people's podcasts and seeing 5 fresh and fit clips, and you know what I'm saying, I get that one. And then the whole idea of like, and I'll say this, I think the people that we have garnered in our community is definitely different than other communities. So when people approach, it's definitely, yo, Omar, you know, it's chill. I fuck with your content. I hate that basketball take, but you know, keep up the good work. She's seen on the flip side of that, you know, like a Kai Cenat perspective, and they're running up on him and they're doing X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
So if that's just like the first appearance is us trying to do something, and then like 2-3 kids walk up or whatever, that's a turn off. I ain't gonna lie. If I dated a woman, I wouldn't date a woman that did content. I would not. Even now, I think
we had this conversation before, and you said the other way, but
I think I've grown past that. I'm not. It depends on the type of content. But if I was dating like an Atlanta vlog girl, hell no.
I don't think like, and it just, I remember this girl. She seen my my stream deck, and I hit a button and the screen changed. Listen. The attention that came with that was just something I don't think I would have. Imagine if I was success. You seen my last, both of y'all been to my last apartment. Yeah. It's nice, but it wasn't like 500,000 subscriber apartment. Yeah. Where people were already like, it was too much. Like you can't decipher whose intentions are real is just crazy. So
yeah, the biggest thing I had with my decision was just like the grass could be greener on the other side, but like the grass is already pretty green where it's at. So it's like, yeah, there's more earning potential in all of these things if I really wanted to do it. But I'm literally looking at my lifestyle right now, and it may be a case of like a comparison is a thief of joy. I'm perfectly happy where I'm at. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So the potential to earn 5,000-7,000 more a month, maybe it's more, whatever it is, just didn't allure me at the end of the day.
What if it meant it was 30 though?
Head ass.
No,
big what if. That's my point. It's so what if none especially in content creation, none of this shit is guaranteed. But yeah, that was just my biggest thing. Am I gonna leave what I got right now for a what if? Or like I'm literally happy with our relationship right now and everything going on. Is it really worth the risk going to Atlanta and taking a risk on myself? And I'm already doing well, which to Halle's point was a big factor. Like I already am successful. Like I got, you know what I'm saying, a blueprint as to what's working. So
how long have you been in a relationship? I didn't get to ask that earlier.
5 years. 5 years.
I love that.
See, even me, like I think I'm satisfied where I'm at though. Like, so I don't know if I would actually tell myself to change. Because if I would have had that back then, I would have been a way different person. I don't think it would have been good.
Oh, God knew what he was doing. He couldn't have gave me what. Back in nigga was 23. You couldn't have gave me that. I'd have fucked up.
I think that this is the perspective that we're coming from. I mean, everybody's perspective is different. Now, to further the DDG conversation though, and not to take it from Bezos, but to further the DDG conversation, one of the biggest talking points is the privacy aspect. And it seems like Halle is extremely private. And I mean, we know DDG. DDG is not extremely private. So one, I think that this brings up the conversation of if you would have your kids and your whole life on the internet in the manner that DDG did, because clearly it wasn't something that Halle liked, but he continued to do it. So would you do that with your family and them? And then two, if you were doing it and your woman told you to stop, but that was your livelihood, what are you doing?
I'm not stopping shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck.
Shit, like,
I'm not stopping shit. This is what I'm making money off of this. I'm putting a roof on your head with this. I'm putting food on the table with this. I'm doing all these things with what got me here and what got us here. All right. So I'm not stopping shit. Number one.
Wait. Let me ask you this.
Yeah, rephrase it.
No, because that's the question. Now, the add on to that, you saying I'm putting the roof over the head and the food on the table. If she herself is successful, are you still bringing up those talking points?
How successful is she?
Halle Bailey.
Now there's an argument that Halle Bailey is not as successful as DDG.
I don't know what she's got going on. Now, if it was a Megan Good, put me up, baby. I'll put this shit all away. All right. If it's one of them type, if she's got a bag that's gonna last, absolutely. And if she's comfortable taking care of certain things and saying, "Hey, I know you're doing your content thing. I'll go get a regular job." Or she's not like, "Don't work, shit. I won't work." But if I'm bringing home millions and millions of dollars, and you got a couple $100K, I'm not stopping shit.
I think like if you start a relationship with somebody, especially get to the point where having a child and marrying them, and you want them to stop something you already knew was the type of person they was, you have to be able to compensate that ask yourself 100%. So if Halle Bailey could cover everything DDG did and said, you know what, I have enough, here's this, don't do it no more. She has to do that because it's not like he just started doing it.
Yeah. And then on top of that, if I'm a hustler, like bro, like I've always been the type to, all right, look, I got to make sure I'm providing. If this is providing, why do you have a problem with me? Why are you trying to make me stop? You don't love me for real. What
wow.
You don't love
That's
me. You don't love me.
Wait, but okay.
What you really saying? You don't love me, huh?
But why not? But why not meet her? And this is where I think the middle ground could have been met. But once you start that leaky faucet, like it just continues to go. If the conversation was stop putting me in the videos,
that's fine.
Then that's probably something I can compensate. Yeah. But if this is my problem though. If my girlfriend video for the past 15 videos has produced a 1 out of 10, and when I don't put my girlfriend in it, it's a 10 out of 10. And we got to do some resetting. It's like an 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? So it's a bad video. Do I tell her like I guess I could, but this shit is not gonna work if I don't put you in it. And I know it worked at one time, but today it's not gonna work.
My answer to both of your questions is connected because, like you alluded to, that's why I wouldn't even start the shit, bruh. Just because of that. Yeah. Because if you start it and it becomes successful, specifically family vlogs and the shit that DDG does, your life becomes content. Your life becomes what you're relying on, and it comes with a bunch of things. Like now you gotta deal with one-up culture and trying to do family-related content, but you need that 1 out of 10 and things of that nature. You're not as private as you want to be in your child's childhood, which I feel like is a part of a person's life that should be as private as much as possible, as much as you can help it. And then just the one-up culture. No privacy, no nothing, bro. Like that's why I'm never starting a family vlog channel. Like my uncle, like suggested for him to do that for his kid and asked me about it, I'm like, gang, nah, you're not doing that.
Bro, the
But
comments are
like,
insane. I
he,
just hope
he got with her. I mean, they got together. He had his mom gave his mom a channel, his sister a channel, ran a thing with her boyfriend, gave woo wop a meme, gave like, so when you came into this relationship,
you knew
you
what it
have
was.
to take some accountability for knowing who you're dating.
That's fair. Yeah.
So it's not like it'll be different when you say I don't want to start it. It'll be different if he was a Casey Neistat and put his girlfriend in a vlog one day, and then those started blowing up, and then he started doing those. He's always put everybody in the vlog. Like, so when you get with that, what else would you expect to happen?
And respectfully, but that's why I think she kind of had to put up with it for so long. I see the people in the chat. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think DDG in that relationship is the breadwinner.
Yes, he is 100%.
Like I don't even know why that's the conversation. And not saying that that's like
the Snapchat bag is crazy too. But
yeah, I don't, you know, and different people are looking at different things, but I don't think people understand how much an actress makes, and you know, it's crazy. Halle and Chloe talk about it pretty openly on their own platforms. So it's strange that people would think that you know, Chloe or Halle is the one that's really making the breadwinner. So with that being said, I think that played a role, not 100%, but played a role in her decision making to continue to put up with the fact that it was like, I'm showing my face. But I'm on the channel right now. I don't know if this was ever her want, but dog, she's in thumbnails. The baby is in thumbnail, blurred face. Like she's in the content. She's a feature in the content.
I mean, but when did she have a problem with it? When did the problem arise, or when did she say it was a problem?
From my understanding of the situation, it's when people started passing judgment. So and I think that's wrong. I do think that's wrong. I think that's wrong. However, to a certain degree, if you invite that into your life, like if you invite that stuff, that's what they're gonna do. Like we're doing now. We giving, you know, we passing.
I mean, I think both of the sisters struggle with that, because I remember when COVID, when Chloe was posting all that stuff, she was affected by the way people were judging what she was putting on the internet. But
Chloe the one with the ass, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I like her. I like her.
So, like, how do you want to be a celebrity or a superstar? Even if you remove DDG at some point in your life, as you got bigger, this is going to happen. Judgment was going to be passed. So I don't see how, I don't know, maybe.
Have y'all ever heard a Halle Bailey song? Like,
oh my, he trying to get
I'm like, somebody said that in the chat. And I was like, you know what? I don't think I ever heard one. What did she sing?
Don't they got that? Do it. This is how we do it. Do it.
Oh, that was them?
That would be crazy if you know how they made the clip from DDG, name 5 DDG songs, gun to your head. Do that same gun to your head, name 5 Halle Bailey songs.
Hey, B-Souls, run out the room and run back in. Come on.
Nah.
This is
not actually gonna be clipped on.
Misogyny.
That is the song. Do it. This is that's one of their songs. So I mean that's one.
Hey.
And that was a banger.
I don't even know what you're still singing. Like,
you heard the
walk. I don't know what the fuck story that was. That Forever 21. She got Forever 21 music.
But you know what though? I think that what happened ultimately, and this is like whatever happened in their relationship. Let me say this too. I think DDG did some lame stuff. Like I think DDG has said some stuff that has just been too open. But also again, like Halle was saying, like you got into a relationship with the guy who has 3 vlog channels. His cousin got a vlog channel because of him. His nephew got a vlog channel. His mama. So this is the type of person he is. So you kind of got to expect what you expect. I think that she's getting into the fame and realizing that maybe she doesn't necessarily like the persona that her baby's father has. She might not also like the reception that her baby's father has, and that stuff is affecting her. Because he'll say some stuff, and the internet will clown him. Like when he was like, I he said one time I like intentionally sabotaged you, or I was jealous of you and your work and all this stuff like that, blah 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 blah. And I think that shit affects her.
Yeah.
But ultimately, you got to live with that because this the one you chose.
But my thing is, we can only play the accountability game so much in terms of like, okay, yeah, hold yourself accountable. You know, you should have vetted this person out before you started dating him. But at a certain point, you are in the relationship already. You know, these things are happening, and you are not comfortable with it. So I have a right to make a move there, and I don't think that should be judged as much as it
Yeah,
is.
you can make a move, but I would preach this to anybody. That move needs to happen before a
The baby.
marriage or baby.
Yeah.
That's when the move needs to happen.
Agree.
I'll be honest though. Like I said, we can go back to like a few minutes ago. They could have clipped that baby if they didn't want it for real.
What state are they in? It depends now. You
Exactly.
know?
So like, I don't even want to use that as an excuse for that. Like, you knew what you was doing. Y'all thought this shit was gonna work. You had the baby. You thought you was gonna get married. Something happened behind the scenes that we truly don't know. Probably made her mad. That nigga got sick of it. They moved on.
To add on Sion's point though, for real, if she, and I'm not saying she did, the baby ain't that old, so I'm pretty sure she did have a problem with this stuff
Yeah.
before. You had a problem with it before. Okay,
She saw
cool.
the bag. She saw a bag.
You have a baby with DDG. You think that DDG having another member to his family wasn't gonna cause DDG to put more of y'all's lives on the lives on the internet? Like he was just going the baby was just more content for him to make. And he was gonna lie about like their baby reveals and all that. I'm gonna keep the baby face blurry, and then I just magically unblurred the baby face.
Did they say they agreed to that or no?
I don't even remember that. Now that's a good question. Who was the first person to reveal the baby? Because the way that she talked about it, I thought she wanted to keep the baby blurred forever.
Can y'all put me on game real quick? Why do people do that? The blurring the baby's face thing. What's the reasoning behind that?
It's not.
We
it's
talked about
people
this
out here.
Nasty people out here, deep fakes and all that shit.
But like,
I
also,
guess.
you're a celebrity in LA. Somebody
Somebody will see the baby.
Some photographer got that picture.
But they'd rather it be under their control as
true,
opposed to the other person's control. And now you got memes running around. There's a meme of Halo sitting next to his girl cousin, and the girl cousin might be like 7. And the caption is like, "When you about to slide up on the hose and fuck
That's
on the
crazy.
little bitch." And I'm like,
What?
Oh my word.
no, I got the same face. I'm like, damn, bro.
Yeah.
And this is his little cousin in the video.
That's crazy as hell.
What the fuck?
That's crazy as shit.
That's insane. I do have a bigger question when it comes to this though. Because you know, Halle and DDG obviously aren't the first public celebrity couple. There's been a lot of examples. But the examples I'm thinking of though, they do not end well, like a lot of them. And maybe this is just me looking at the bad cases, but the Kardashians,
They don't
sis-
count. That's a
everyone on like Real Housewives, the H family, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of the families that are public that make content, or not even just on the internet, but just like even on reality TV show. Like none of these families just end well. So do y'all think this is just an inevitable outcome when you know your family, your lifestyle is your way of living, or is there a way to like do this like more peacefully where it's like long term and you know everything's like good and not toxic?
I think like when people say like marriage is a business, when you get into those, it really is. Like us normal people, we be marrying for love. All right. The industry, they don't. So a lot of the ways we function, they just don't. Like some of them don't even see each other. Some of these relationships you see don't even be real. They be our business agreements. Like we're in a contract to be in a relationship. That's what happens. Like, so that's why when Omar asked earlier, why can't you do this in content and people understand, is because that line of what's real and what's fake is just blurred. So for DDG, he may make stuff look one way, but Halle thinks everything is real. Like that's the things you run into. I think, yeah.
Plus at some point, because even like my brother, I'll say for my brother, Because my girlfriend, I'm thankful for this. For the most part, my girlfriend has got it. But even on this podcast, and I know he's not here, because Dama would attest to it. Sometimes they just don't get it. So kind of like Halle saying, you might say the joke on and it might all be content, and they just don't understand that this is content, or that person commenting under your page that said, "Ooh, I like the meat pic that you sent me last week." That's a troll. That's a troll though. Like, then they just don't understand. They don't understand that. I think another portion of it too is the problem is that one-up culture that we talked about. So like, you might be going into it setting ground rules and bases for like, what your content is going to be. It's going to be more so revolving around you, more so the concept of my family or whatever the case may be. And your content is good. It's fine. It's dandy. Cool. You hit a dry spell of 3 10s.
I'm about to say.
You hit
whoa. 1 out of 10 clearing like crazy. This dopamine is hitting.
Then all of a sudden, Janaya or Randy or Ruby gets in trouble at school, and you put it out. You put a little video of you driving to the school, and you just talking about the issue. Oh, that's a fucking banger. Hey, Halle, I drive to the school because she got in trouble. Should I punish her? Crazy. 12 million views. You haven't pulled, and these are channels that have big, views or whatever. You haven't pulled the video like that in months, and you say to yourself, I could make fishing with the bros again, or I could follow up with this punishment with Janaya and take all her dressers and stuff out of the room and record it. And what you do on that second one dictates everything afterwards.
Yeah.
Internet love couple content, bro. That's one thing I learned in 2024. Jesus fuck.
And I think that's why, like, even with relationships or my friends, if we're going to do content for the internet that looks IRL, we have to be on the same page.
Yeah.
Are we doing something real or are we doing something fake? Because if I crack this joke or I do this thing or you dump, there's just lines that can't be crossed if we do real, and there's things I'll allow if we do fake that will have no consequence on how we act with each other when we go back to our real lives. And that's how people have to look at it.